Hi, everybody. Welcome to Half and Half this morning. Welcome back after our holiday weekend. We missed last week, but glad to be back today and back into our routine. It's cold out there. Let's warm up. Grab your strap. Take your hands a little wider than shoulder distance, and we'll take a little pull out on your inhale and exhale, release it. And inhale, pull, and exhale. So now we're going to use the breath a little bit like a pump. So full inhale. So it's a little faster, but still full. One more time, pull out, and then bend your knees, exhale, and then up to shoulder height and exhale. Full inhale, all the way out. Two more. Up and stay. Release the tension. Inhale, pull out. Exhale. And reach and release. And elbows wide, little soft. And inhale, see if you can ignore the cat. Two more. One more time. And then bend your knees. Inhale, reach up overhead. And exhale. Really full breath in. Exhale from the belly. Two more. And then staying here, we're going to take your feet out a little bit wide on your mat. And then reaching up and over. Inhale, one kind of head and shoulders reach a little farther through the ribs, a little farther through the waist. Exhale back to center. So we have this little three-part breath. Inhale, 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 exhale, center. Now, don't take all your inhale on that first breath. Ration your inhale. One more each side. Bend your knees down, bend your arms down, take your feet back together, and take the strap behind you. And inhale, pull and reach back, and exhale, lower. Now, got it a little slower with that inhale now. And see if you can feel that reaching the arms back opens the chest. And there's all this space to inhale. And also inhaling through the ribs opens the chest and helps you reach the arms a little more. Two more. One more time, up and hold it. Now keep reaching the arms back. Turn your head to one side, reach a little farther back, come center. Turn your head to the other side, reach a little more. Exhale. Inhale. Arms keep floating up and back. Exhale, center. Head turns around the corner, not tense, just easy neck around the corner. One more each side. Arms float up as the head turns. And bring your arms down. And take the strap down. All right, let's find your way to the floor. Let's take this option today here where we roll down. Hands come to the floor. Shift your weight a little forward, and then either going to hands and knees, or if you want to try coming all the way down into the squat, using a little bit of weight into your hands to do it, and then you can walk your hands back and roll back to your back. All right, let's take hands behind your head, and we'll exhale, lifting the head, look into your belly. Inhale, take a breath here. Exhale, come up a little higher, and lower back down. And same thing again, full breath in. As you exhale, Draw your belly in. Feel like the exhale comes from the abdominals. Second breath at the top. Lower back down. And inhale. And exhale. Another breath in. And exhale. Little higher up. All right, let's take one knee in. Grab the back of your thigh. Hold on. Let it bring you up a little higher. Other knee in. Grab the back of your thigh. Hold on and pull yourself up a little higher. And then settle your ribs down. Shoulder blades are still off the mat. Legs come together in tabletop and pumping. All right, now really feel the 100 as a breathing exercise. Even if you do your 100 with the head down, which is great to do, especially if you've got the breath really moving. And feeling how the abdominals come on the exhale. Three more. Nice strong pumps with your arms. And bring it all down. Take your feet down. Let your head relax. And let everything melt in the floor. All right, left leg reaches out straight with the foot flexed. Right knee floats in. Grab the back of your thigh. And inhale, press your leg into your hands as your head floats up. Exhale, keep pressing your leg forward. Rolling up. And then coming back down. Inhale. Exhale. Belly keeps drawing in. Unrolling your spine. All the way back to the mat. Let your head relax. Let your neck relax. Inhale, lift your head. Feel the arms working. Press the leg. Belly draws in to roll you up. Coming back down. I'm already in my C-shaped curve, so I'm not looking in front of me. I'm looking down pretty much at about my forearm. My upper back stays open. And then right leg down and left leg in. Holding the back of the thigh here, take a moment. Let your knee relax. Feel the right foot flexed on the floor. With your inhale, your nice full breath in. Exhale. Keeps rolling you up. Pressing your leg forward. And the gaze stays a little down. Spine stays in a C shape. Inhale, rolling back. Can you use the inhale to fill up the back ribs? And slow exhale. So really different breathing than I was asking you to do with the strap work, where we're taking full breaths in more quickly, right? Now we're taking full breaths in more slowly and exhaling more slowly. So it lasts all the way up. And then nice, easy, sip the inhale in, right? Not a gulp, a sip in. And both legs come down for the full roll up, legs together, arms reaching up and overhead. Now you could have your knees bent if you want. I've got mine straight. Same breath. Inhale. Exhale from your belly. Let your exhale carry you all the way up. Keep riding the exhale up and forward. And then inhale, let it move down through your lower back, down through your back ribs, opening the upper back as you inhale, and then ride the exhale down. And one more time. Hands on your legs is an option. If your knees are bent, grabbing your legs. Last time, rolling back, filling up the back with your inhale. And riding the exhale all the way down. And we'll take your right knee in, holding the back of your thigh. Knee bends. And inhale goes up. Just kind of easy, natural inhale here. Doesn't even have to be that big a breath. Exhale down. All right, taking the right leg up and holding it there. And as you exhale, connect into your center, into your belly. Arms come by your side. Or if you want a little extra challenge, arms up, shoulder distance apart. Feel how you connect to your upper abdominals, in this position. Single leg circles. Start the leg across. Inhale. Exhale, ride around. Inhale across. Now, we've got kind of a combination here. It's sort of a slow inhale and then powerful exhale. The leg moves a little faster on the exhale. One more. Reach across, extend slowly, and then exhale around and up. Same thing in reverse. A little outreach, a quarter of the circle happens inhale, 3/4 of the circle happens on the exhale. Inhale the first quarter, exhale, and feel how your belly draws in as you reach your leg on the inhale, and then even more. Exhale around and up. Two more. Right leg comes down. Relax that leg. Maybe your hip feels a little tired. Mine feels a little tired. We're doing a lot of hip flexion. So you don't want the hip to be grippy, but it's okay if it works a little. Then you let it relax. Left leg comes in, holding the back of your thigh. And then easy breath. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. Feel how the body gets a little heavier, but the leg reaches up. Sometimes the leg reaches up and the pelvis comes up with it. See if you can feel the distinction. Pelvis stays down, leg reaches up. This time, leave your leg up there. Exhale, set yourself up with arms by your side or up towards the ceiling. And then that long, slow inhale, quarter of the circle. Exhale, 3/4 of the circle. Swing it around. Inhale, exhale, a little faster around. One more. And reverse. A little bit open and down. Exhale, around, across, and back to center. Two more. Bending your knee, rolling up, a little bit forward for rolling like a ball. Feet are a little open, knees are a little open. Spine is round and the head is a part of that roundness. So as my head goes forward, my navel goes back, my pelvis curls under. Those two things being really connected. And then holding either your ankles or your knees to find your balance. And then I'm going to take 2 rocking chairs. So inhale a little bit backwards and exhale a little forward. Feet never touch the ground. And my whole ball shape stays steady. The ball itself rolls back and forth, but I don't change the shape. I don't flatten my back or push my knees away or straighten my legs. Now you can stay with rocking chair. You can go all the way to rolling like a ball. Inhale back. Exhale to the balance again. Now, I like to think when I do the rolling like a ball, somebody pulls my tail, it kind of pulls the rug out from underneath me. So what if somebody came by, you were sitting here, somebody pulled your mat out from underneath you, and that's what gave you the momentum to go back. And 2 more. And rest. All right, let's go into spine stretch. Sitting up tall. And then bend both knees and do a little bit of open and in your knee. And a little bit of open and in the other knee. See what that feels like. Maybe that's kind of loose and easy for you, but if it's not, that's okay too. Sure you're not alone. And just kind of to feel what that is. And then keep it in this more parallel position here. Try to hold from your belly a little more, your hips a little less, right? Hips are inner thighs, front of the hips, hamstrings, all those things might come on and lock up. Use your exhale and imagine they unlock just a little turn of unlock. And then however much, maybe you stay with the bent knee or maybe you reach the legs straighter. I'm going to keep the toes, the knees up to the ceiling, and then exhale, coming forward. Aware of your hips, of your inner thighs, maybe even a little bit into your lower back. Can you do a little less locking up if you're someone who tends to lock up there? Inhale brings you back up. And exhale takes you down. So a full exhale, but almost like a passive exhale here, right? Not so forceful. You just keep allowing the air to come out of you. And then slowly let the air draw in. One more time. All right. We're going to take it into saw. If you need a break for your legs, take a little break for your legs. But if you can, let's stay with it and right into saw. Inhale. Back arm flips up towards the ceiling, head reaches forward, opposite arm towards your opposite pinky toe. Roll back up and back to center. And inhale, rotate the other way. Exhale, opposite hand to foot. Back hand, palm of the hand flips up. Now don't flatten your chest against your thigh. Keep that spine stretch space where you're still really round and lifted. It's almost like rolling like a ball space, right? It's that much space between your chest and your thigh. You're not trying to flatten that out. Real lifted feeling. And both sits bones stay in place. And the movement happens up in my rib cage, my upper back, and then a little bit I bend down through my lower back, but I don't move my hips. either forward or back or side to side. I'm going to take one more each side if you're still with me. All right. Has that one gotten better? Right? What do you think about maybe after we've been doing it a few weeks? Maybe that one's getting a little bit better. That's kind of a tough one. But it doesn't get easier by, I sometimes say, you don't get better at the saw by not doing the saw. I say that about many exercises. All right, legs together, hands under your shoulders. We'll come into swan. So now we have this opportunity, if your hips were getting kind of tight in that last exercise, to really let them release. Front of the hips relax, pelvis drops, thighs release into the floor. Take a moment to feel that. And then feel your abdominals come on, right? Not your hips, but your lower abdominals come on and lift. And then trying to keep that distinction there. As you come up, you keep lifting the abdominals. The thighs are pretty relaxed though. Lower abdominals are working. Thighs softly make their way back to the floor. Inhale, pressing the hands. Feel your strap muscles as you push and come up. Now this time, think about your breath. Inhale, exhale to come up. And a full breath cycle to come down. And then up to hands and knees, back to child's pose. And then rolling up to sitting, back onto your back. Now on your back, take a moment and feel your breath again. Where does it naturally move? Maybe your chest or your belly. Those are the most common places. It might go somewhere else. And whatever it feels like to you, see if you can imagine it fills up a little more of your torso, that there's movement, not just in the front of the body, not just in the side or the back of the body, not just the upper or the lower, but there's just sort of a general sense that the breath can fill up softly, easily, and evenly through the torso. We're going to think about that breath in shoulder bridge. Coming up on the inhale as you start, about halfway up, exhale. And then stay up for a breath. Take that even feeling. Roll back down. So we got 3 breath cycles. Rolling up, inhale, exhale. Staying up, inhale, exhale. Rolling down, inhale, exhale. One more time. And stretch your legs out. Let's roll over onto one side. Mirroring me, you'd be on your right side. I'm going to be on my left side, but we can be mirror images. All the way down or up on your elbow. I'm going to be up on my elbow today. That feels kind of good to me. I feel I've kind of opened up through this upper body. And so that feels like a nice feeling there. Take your top leg a little bit lifted. I'm going to try my hand behind my head. This just requires me to really stabilize everything from my center without any help from the hand. You might do hand down or hand behind your head. Now, if it's behind your head, you'll pull your elbow way back. Bring it forward. And we go forward and back. Inhale and exhale. How do you want to breathe in this exercise? It's a little bit on the powerful side, a little quicker, but not quite as quick as those strap exercises. Two more. Bring your legs together. Turn your leg out so the knee points up. Inhale as you lift. Flex, exhale as you lower. Inhale, exhale. Sometimes I accidentally say flexhale, but I kind of like flexhale. Now, it doesn't work this way. Flex up, point down. Inhale to flex up. Exhale to point down. One more. And bend your knees. Bring yourself up. Send it over to the other side. Out on your side with the arm down or the hand behind your head. Top leg a little lifted. Hand can be on the floor or behind your head. Look out in front of you. You don't have to look at me. Just look straight out in front of you. Inhale forward. Powerful exhale back. And inhale. And exhale. Maybe you hear a little bit of pulse there. There's a tiny pulse in this exercise at the front and the back. You go forward, you go a little farther, you go back, you go a little farther. You can hear that in my breath. I get that little bit, last bit of exhale out. One more time. And rotate your top leg as the leg comes together. Inhale up and flexhale down. One more time. And then reverse it. Flexing up, pointing back down. Flex, really reach the heel out and up. And exhale. And one more time. And bend everything. And bring yourself up to sitting. All right, folks. About ready for Scott to come in. He looks ready to go. No cats in his lap. It's always a question. If he has a cat in his lap, he might not. He might not come.
Hey everybody. So let's begin with a little bit of the sumo squat. If you recall, that begins with taking your feet apart and then right from your hip sockets, externally rotating, such that both your feet turn out no more than about a 45-degree angle. And then with your hands on your hips, exhale, bend, and inhale, come up. Let's do one more, down, up, down. The next time you're in that triple flex position, let's pause here for a bit and take a moment to feel your feet on the floor. Your two heels, the balls of your feet, left foot, right foot, and your toes. Not just one toe or two toes, See if you can feel all the 10 toes resting into the floor. Then take your 2 feet, the entirety of your 2 feet, and press them down. Notice how you really can't help but lift up. Let's try that again. Bend, ankles, hips, knees. Pause here for a moment. And then practice pressing down to lift up. And if you have neck tension, this is really good for neck tension. Let's do it one more time. Bend, because a lot of times when there's neck tension, there's a habit of lifting or supporting from the neck and shoulders. So the alternative is to practice pressing down, 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 creates up, 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 and then step your feet together. So now let's put that into practice in standing. Take a moment to feel your feet, the entireties of your feet, and sink your roots down. And let your rootedness provide the liftedness. I'm not sure if liftedness is a word, but either way, lift. Not from your shoulders, not from your neck, but from your foundation. Now let's continue this thread. Step your feet apart. Turn your left foot in, right foot out. And then bend your right knee. Let's pause here for a moment. And just like we did with 2 legs, now take this right foot and push it down and notice how you come up. Same thing again. Bend. Press down to lift up. One more time. Bend. Just like a tall tree is supported by roots, root your foot down to lift your trunk up. Back to the front. Second side. Right foot in, left foot out. Bend. Root down to lift up. Bend. Down creates up. Last one. I sometimes call this unification of opposites. You want to stand tall, root down to stand tall. And back to the front. Left foot in, right foot out. Matching movement to breath. Exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale, tip. And a knee, and a hip. Take a moment to settle into the diagonal. So with your spine not quite horizontal, your spine not quite vertical, take that left arm forward and through. So the opposites here are to reach out through your fingertips as you anchor the outside edge of your left foot into the mat. A little peek at your ceiling. Come on up. Back to the front. Second side. Right foot in, left foot out. Exhale, bend. Pause with the inhale. Exhale, tip. Take a moment to settle into the diagonal line. Then right arm forward, sweep it through. Opposites, fingertips reach one direction. Outside edge of the right foot roots the opposite way. Then little turn. And come on up. Back to the front. Variation on the theme. Left foot in, right foot out. Pause here, inhale. Bend, exhale. Pause here, inhale. Fill your back with the fresh air. Exhale, stale air out, tip your hips. A little farther this time, elbow to knee. And upper arm up. And toward the floor, turn your nose. Then ride the inhale up and back to the front. Second side. Right foot in, left foot out. Inhale into your back. Exhale, bend. Pause here. Inhale into your back. Exhale, dip. Elbow to knee. And once you feel that you're in that diagonal line, upper arm up and toward the floor, turn your nose. Inhale up, back to the front, and step your feet together. Let's take a few breaths here. Down, rooting as the source of lifting. So many people I work with, they have a habit of holding their body up from their neck. So the remedy is to root down. So many people I work with have a habit of holding their body up from their shoulders and between their shoulder blades. The remedy is to root down. And so many people I work with have a really tight jaw. I bet you know what the remedy is. Down creates up. Now let's apply that into the psoas walk. Start with your hands on your hips. Take your left foot a little bit back. And with the inhale, lift that back heel to come forward. Exhale, descend that heel to draw back. And next time that back heel is lifted, let's pause there. Then reach that left heel back and down. How that heel makes contact. Both arms forward and upward, and explore reaching your arms up not from your neck, but from your back foot, your abdominals. And if you haven't already, let your chin float up. And back to standing. Second side, hands on your hips. Take your right foot back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And next time that back heel's lifted up, let's pause there. Then imagine just like an old school antenna, you're going to extend the antenna out. Extend your right heel back and down. Extend it out of your belly. Now that heel makes contact. Then both arms forward and upward. And breathe. Back to standing. So today we'll skip the high lunge. And let's do a little bit more work side to side. Start with your hands on your hips. Take your feet wide apart. And turn your left foot in, right foot out. Left foot a little bit more in so you face toward the side. And back leg more or less straight, front leg more or less straight. spine more or less straight. And then fold from your hips, not from your waist, not from your chest, not from your neck. See if you can keep that line axis of your spine. A few breaths here. And come on up, back to the front. Second side, right foot in, left foot out, right foot a little bit more in. Then the three parts of the body more or less straight. Front leg, back leg, spine. Then keeping those three in a line, aligned, fold from your hips. And breathe. And ride the inhale up. Turn back to the front. And step your feet a little bit wider apart. The same basic idea. Both legs straight, spine straight. And keep all the three straight as you fold from your hips. Then if possible, bring your spine to the horizontal, such that someone could serve dinner or lunch or a snack on your back, flat like a tabletop. Then round your spine. Let the top of your head hang. Hands could come to your shins or to the floor. And let the weight of your head naturally elongate your spine. And then just like you did in Pilates a few times, remember how you roll your spine? Roll your spine up. And then step your feet together. So now let's do a few yoga sun salutations. Begin with the inhale. Remember that inhale moving into the back. Then with the exhale, flow your front ribs down as you sweep your arms up. Then inhale, roll your spine down. Knees can bend as much as you like. And hands either on shins or floor. Let your head hang. And with the next exhale, reach the crown of your head forward. We'll pause here for a few moments. Then inhale, fold, let your head hang. And then roll your spine up with the out breath. All the way to arms up, chin up, arms down. Few breaths here. Now let's do that same thing together, just a little bit faster. Begin with the in breath. Exhale, arms up. Inhale, fold. Exhale, gorilla. Inhale, fold. Exhale, roll up. Inhale, arms down. Now, most weeks we do that one time together quietly. This time, let's do it 2 times together quietly. So you can follow my breathing. That could give you an idea of the pacing. And let's regroup in standing. If you recall at the outset, there was that theme of down creates up, roots supporting the trunk. So now, like you did earlier during the Pilates, let's make our way nice and slowly, gently to the floor. So I'm going to do it a little bit differently. Instead of taking my hands forward, I take my hands back. And you get a chance to explore a modified squat potentially. Then you can step your feet out and lower down. All right, so let's move into some spinal twists. Let's start with both legs straight out. Remember a mirror image. Bring your right foot up and over, if that's cool, in your hip. Left hand across, right hand behind. So that idea of rooting holds true here. The bent leg, that sitting bone, feel how it tends to hike up toward the ceiling? Root that sitting bone down, then twist. And back toward the middle, both feet forward, left foot in. So foot stays on the same side if you feel any pinching in your groin or if you have a hip prosthetic. If there's no pinching, you don't have a prosthetic, feel free to bring that foot across. Right hand comes across, left hand behind. So which sitting bone tends to hike up? For most people, it's the bent leg sitting bone. So root it down, down creates up, then twist. And then back in toward the middle, both feet forward. And now let's move into the bridge. Shoulder bridge is so good. Let's do it again. Knees bent, feet upon the floor, heels pretty close to your butt, but please don't pull them in too tightly. Shoulders a little bit drawn under. Palms flat on the floor. Remember before there were 3 breath cycles? 1 breath cycle up, 1 breath cycle to hold, 1 breath cycle to roll down. So let's do it together quietly, just like you did before. All right, coming back to your front. Let's start off in crocodile. So crocodile, hand on top of hand, forehead on your hands. 3 deep breaths. Let your chest fully sink into the floor as you do these deep breaths. And then straight away to the locust. Reach your arms back toward your feet. And then using your leg muscles and your butt muscles, lift up. Head up, chest up, legs up. 3 breaths. Come on down. And now take your hands forward. So with your hands on the floor, your arms and shoulders help lift your head up, help lift your chest up. Now this time legs stay down. And to help decompress the lower back, pull your hands toward your chest. 3 deep breaths. And come on down. Push up to hands and knees. And then back to yoga pose, head down dog. We'll take a few breaths here. And then come on down. All the way onto your back. In your choice, knees could be bent, or if it's comfortable for you, feel free to outstretch your legs. And continuing that theme introduced earlier, let the floor support the body. Receive the floor's support for your head. Receive the support across your upper back. The support for your arms. Lower back. Pelvis. And your legs. Whether you've closed your eyes to do so or your eyes remained open, we'll take the next few moments quietly, settling into the floor, receiving the support of the floor. And then as you feel ready, if you closed your eyes, open your eyes. And then make your way up to sitting. All right, everybody, half and half. Before we part for the day, for the week, any comments, any questions? All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us. We do this each week, other than, of course, holiday weekends. And we look forward to being back here, same time, same place, next week. Bye-bye, y'all.